Good day. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. 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 This is Hug Nation Live. I am John Halcyon. I would love to know who you are. I'd love to know what you're grateful for. Welcome. As people find their way here from their little notifications, hopefully you have something set up so that you get a notification that we're going live through. I think YouTube might be the only way that you get a notification. Otherwise, you just got to know I'm going to be live on my Facebook stream at about 9 o'clock Pacific time. Good morning, Juan. Good morning. Good to see you. Today, I am feeling grateful. I am grateful. In this moment, I'm feeling really grateful for plants and house plants and garden plants. I woke up this morning to go for a walk and I went outside and I ended up just working on repotting some things and moving some plants. And then I came inside and realized that it's now getting to the time of year when we have the heater running sometimes. So uh, there's like a warm breeze blowing on a few of my plants. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. So I shuffled around and moved around a bunch of plants. And I realized I have got a lot of plants. I don't think I can get any more plants until I give some away. Or I start hanging more of them from which I did buy some macrame hangers, so it's not out of the question to start hanging plants because there's no more space to put them on the ground. What are you grateful for? Do tell. I'm grateful. I think I'm going to go to the movies today. I think I'm going to go see a matinee of Running Man in IMAX. Uh, Looks like the kind of movie that would be fun to see in a theater. And yeah, that's on my agenda for today. We shall see. I am so grateful for the time I spent yesterday with the most adorable 4-year-old. Uh, this beautiful child of Lisa's best friend, and Lisa was doing babysitting over at our house yesterday, and we've got a pretty good relationship, me and this little girl. So I was invited into a number of activities, such as the tea party that she threw. And before I was even invited, Hug Monster was invited. So I come to the table and Hug Monster is propped up on a chair. Unfortunately, Hug Monster at rest, his mouth just is like this. So, but that didn't seem to bother Sophia. And then over the course of the day or the afternoon, there were a number of times that I got to have conversations with Sophia, and Sophia would explain the snacks she was eating and offer the snacks to Hug Monster, and it was so cute and so fun. And we made art together, and she helped me water some plants, and it was great. It was I took a bunch of video and edited it up. Stayed up till 1 in the morning last night editing clips that I shot yesterday, to share with her mom. Um, so yeah, super duper grateful for it's it's like being in the redwood forest where you just wow, this the majesty of this natural thing. I mean, a redwood and a child both can have that same impact. At the same time, if I was stuck in the redwoods for an extended period of time, it would be scary and dangerous, and I'd get hungry and unhappy. And if I was responsible for a child for a long period of time, I think I would get hungry and frustrated. But who's to say what is a long time? I am very excited and I'm grateful that Asher is going to be visiting in December for Christmas time. Now I got to start accumulating ideas for things we can do. In fact, I've already started collecting cardboard. I've got a vague idea of maybe trying to make a fort or something. So I'm starting to not throw away boxes and take big pieces of cardboard. I'm grateful that Thanksgiving is coming up very soon, right? Next week. I do love Thanksgiving. It's kind of the Hug Nation holiday. It's the gratitude day. Now, I know it has roots to some historical themes that can taint the feelings of the day. And I try to spend a little bit of time in the Thanksgiving season to learn more and acknowledge, the treatment of the indigenous people of this country. And I also try to give extra attention to all of my blessings and all that I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for? Not a lot of sharing in the chat today, which is fine, but it'll make it a nice short broadcast. Don't have too many. Oh, I know what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my friend Brian Buzz. He published a book. It's a choose your own adventure. Is that focusing? Can I make that? It's a Burning Man choose your own adventure. A burn your own adventure. How cool is that? He actually, I read the manuscript and I've got a blurb on the back endorsing it. It's even got a few pictures someplace, doesn't it? I thought I saw. Oh, maybe there's not pictures on the inside. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of there's a little being at center camp. It's definitely for adults. It's not for children. Some of the adventures are absolutely not child friendly. So, yeah, I'm grateful that he did it. I'm grateful it exists. I'm grateful for the inspiration of seeing someone have a creative vision and execute it. So, thank you, Brian Buzz. I am super grateful for you, and I applaud your achievement. Well done. Natasha, good morning. Natasha says, Happy Hug Nation. I am grateful for the support system we have in place for our preteen kids as they start to struggle with self-image, focus, and big emotions. Nice job finding gratitude in that, because that sounds like a doozy. Good fortune, good luck with all that must be required for that age. Oop. I'm grateful that our family is going to have, I think, the biggest Thanksgiving we've ever had at my mom and dad's house. It's usually just my mom. For years, it was just my mom, dad, me, and my brother. And then it's my mom, dad, and my brother's family, Jen and Caleb and Carter. And this year, we're also going to have Lisa's brother's family and Lisa's best friend and their 4-year-old. So we're going to have a love-filled crowd of beautiful folks. I cannot wait. Janet, good morning. Janet says, grateful for fall air. Me too. I I I love the opportunity to wear a coat. Natasha says, being a parent is a trip. I agree. Hello, Andrew. Andrew says, long time no see, John. I'm grateful for the rain. We needed it. Yes. So I'm going to check. There's this big cactus in the canyon that's been having blooms. Let me see if there's any today. I can see 2 today. They last for a day. They're gorgeous and beautiful. There's 2, so I might have to make a point to get into the canyon. Natasha says, "Oh goodness, also so grateful for the changing leaves right now. So much beauty." Juan says, "I will be saving a turkey this year. We're going to do a Louisiana boil." Oh, that's cool. Bravo. I don't think I've ever done a Louisiana boil. Or what is that when they dump the crawfish onto the table? I've never done that. Hello, High Noon. High Noon says, "Hello and grateful therapy day. Mental health is so important. Holding space to take a deep dive into life can be challenging. Ride the wave." Amen to that, brother. There is no game of life more important, more rewarding, more purposeful than the one of self-healing, self-growth. So, rooting for you. And that goes for all of y'all. I'll give another report soon, but I'm also grateful for my friend Mike, whose company just released a software for Oculus, or for the virtual. It's a singing experience that, I guess, as you sing along to the songs, you create visuals. So I have an old Oculus that I got so I could play on the Metaverse Burning Man a few years ago, but it should work on it. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try. I will keep you posted. Grateful for a show. Now I'm trying to remember what it was called, because there's 2. I think it's something of lightning, House of Lightning, about President Garfield. And it's on Netflix. 4 episodes. I was bummed. I didn't realize it was only 4 episodes, because I was really enjoying it. It's got a lot of yeah. It's good. I knew nothing about whatever president that was, but it's pretty fascinating, pretty inspiring. The singing app is called Sing for Yourself. The company is called Realize Music, called Sing for Yourself. Anyone else want to share anything that they're feeling grateful for today? I'm grateful that the last 2 days I re-listened to the morning broadcasts and cleaned them up and made them into podcast episodes and YouTube videos, because I felt like there was a lot of really good stuff that we hit on, some juiciness. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun after I'm editing it, will take the transcript, put it into ChatGPT and say, "Can you give me a description of the highlights of this, 30-minute rambling?" And I find it really helpful, because I certainly don't remember what I talked about. It's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about how we're all trying to do our best and things." Higher Noon wants to give us a reminder: if you are not told today, you deserve to be heard and be loved. Natasha says, "I'm grateful for all my plant babies. I rescued a golden pothos from the clearance rack for $4 the other day, and it's sitting here for me to pick apart and make new babies." I applaud your nursing tendencies. I actually this morning had the thought, I've got 3 plants that they've had some rough spots. Like, I went away for vacation and they didn't do so well, or had an overwatering period, or not draining period. And so I put them in my room here, kind of in the corner as like a hospital, but I'm starting to feel like they don't bring me joy. And so I might give them away. But then what I did is I moved it into that corner of the room because it's not doesn't get really the best light, but since I'm kind of prepared to lose the plants anyways, maybe I will put there because when I use a different camera when I'm doing Zoom so I can be have my eye level closer to the Zoom conversation. Actually, let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's the angle that I talk when I'm doing gratitude circles. And that corner was a little empty, but now that corner's got a little bit of green in it. So look at there. Maybe I will leave my hospital in the corner. And Natasha says, it's okay to let them go. Thank you. It's wild. Like, I mean, here's another question. Can I just compost them? Or is that cruel? Like, do I have to find somebody who wants to take on, a sick plant? Or not, they're not sick. They need time to build back to their formal glory. Let's see. What am I mad at? There's a yucca that I didn't water so well. There's this fiddle leaf fig that is dropped most of its leaves. And I think this is a rubber plant or something like that. That also got too dry when I was on vacation. But see, I'm clever in how I set up this set to highlight plants that are all doing well. And my room the plants at the back of the room have got to be pretty low light, okay, because I don't think that's enough light for most plants to be thriving. Michael says, I'm grateful for waking up and having power in my home. Love it. Because yesterday I woke up and it was off and I adjusted well, but today woke up to full power and a warm, comfortable home. Wonderful gratitude there. Thank you, Michael. And what a good example of how the loss of anything can be such a powerful amplifier of gratitude. The minute you lose something that you've gotten used to, you're like, whoa, okay, I gotta be grateful for that every time it is here, because I didn't realize how much more difficult life could be without it. Thanks, High Noon. Fun to show a little bit more of my space. Oh, can you see? I wonder if you can see when I did that. Can you see my Halcyon shrine? I've got all these like paintings and drawings and action figures and things on the carvings and all sorts of things people have made me. Ooh, Ruby ficus is the rubber plant. Thank you. Look at you. Muy impresivo. Oh my gosh, from this angle, I can see what my hair looks like from the side. That'd be crazy. Look at that crazy head. Any last gratitudes? Anyone want to share anything that they're feeling appreciative of today? I am grateful for you and the choice you made to join us today and the choice we're all making to put effort into being our best selves, not passively allowing. I had an interesting conversation yesterday. Someone who did not listen to the broadcast, because we talked yesterday a little bit about how everyone is doing the best they can with what they got. and someone was pushing back and saying, well, I don't care what their example was, but if you're choosing not to improve yourself, then you're not doing the best you can. And I was like, I understand that idea, but that's that's you projecting onto that person. Imagine the person is raised in a household, they're berated constantly by their parental figures. They don't feel like they deserve happiness. They don't feel like they have the capacity to be anything but the villain. They have so much self-hatred that they wanna take it out on the world. That's the best they can do. They're not choosing to be mean, and there's not an angel on their shoulder going, "Please be nice." I'm gonna be mean. There's like the angel voice is almost silent. And even if they're doing something they don't and they know, I shouldn't do this," but it's the best they can do. At least that's my attitude. One says, "I'm grateful for burner friends and great memories." Me too. I At the retreat I went to last weekend, there was a number of people a few people who went burning man the first time, and people that were fairly new burners, and it's so fun to hear the people talk. I try to bite my tongue and ask them questions before I reveal how much of my life has been invested in Burning Man, but, I'm forever grateful. Heinen says, "Grateful for the opportunity to work and be a part of a bike shop community and learning how to take care of a bike. Bikes are such amazing tools to connect." I do not have that experience, and I admire and appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Wherever you are, let's take a moment and hug one another. Let's hug our own bodies, but let's be hugging one another in this intentional Hug Nation hug, appreciating these glimpses into one another's lives and thoughts, appreciating all the little things in our life like power. We have electricity. As Michael got a chance to be shown how wonderful it is to have power, we get to be reminded, oh, yeah, it's wonderful to have power and all the things. Grateful for the trees, all the living plants, the incredible, vibrant life forces that photosynthesize energy from the sun, that create oxygen, that literally sustain us. Grateful for the people in our lives, for the children, for the growing children, for the challenging children, for the human beings of all ages doing the best they can, including us. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful Love Ambassadors, thanks for being here today. The Love Ambassador meetup is January 10th and 11th in San Diego. Let me know if you have interest in registering for one of the remaining spots. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.